I know they wanted Solar to be bigger, but they themselves didn't want the spotlight, like the light shined on them like that. They kind of deflected it because
Oh,
because it was more like, for a lack of a better way to put it, it was more like mafia. So
let's touch on what you said earlier about what the Egyptian lover, what he taught you, in what Rick Rubin taught you. Because the Egyptian lover, man, he again, I grew up in Alabama, and my cousins they were popping and locking, and that Egypt, man, Egyptian lover was cold, man. He was he
he,
we really dug him in the South, man.
he didn't really teach me anything. He got me interested in the different drum machines. He got me
Oh,
because I was stuck on the little Dr. Rhythm. To me, that's
okay.
all I really needed. But then when he got the 808, I'm like, okay, that looked like a big ass drum machine with muscles. I want that. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
want the muscles. I needed that. So I got that shit and I started programming it, sort of like him. But then I started doing my own thing, because I was always, when it came to the West Coast shit, when Uncle Jam's
Mm,
Army, I was the slow beat guy. When Roger needed to do something with a little East Coast flavor, I would get the DJ. I would DJ that shit.
mm,
It was a slow beat.
okay.
Doogie doogie, boom, tack, tack, that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. But but the Planet Rock and the Survival and all that was Egypt and Bob and them guys.
I can see that because he produced what was this Dollar Freak
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was him.
upbeat.
That was actually Roger and him. They were 50-50,
Okay.
and the same
Oh,
with
okay.
yes, yes. The Uncle Jam's Army and the Egyptian Lover stuff are two separate things.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. This will be the last question for now, man. We gotta do this again, man, because I'm gonna have to get my kids off the bus in a little bit. But
Okay.
man, when you think about record labels, legendary record labels, of course we think about the Motown, the Philly International, even Stax. You know, me growing up in the South, they right there in Memphis.
Mhm.
Do you feel like Solar get the respect and the recognition that they should? You being from LA, they was based in LA, sounds of Los Angeles Records. What's your thoughts on Solar Records and Dick Griffey?
Here's my take on that. Knowing Dick the way I did, and Virgil Roberts, and
Mm-hmm.
all, knowing the Hank Caldwell, and knowing them guys the way I know them, I don't. I know they wanted Solar to be bigger, but they themselves didn't want the spotlight, like the light shined on them like that. They kind of deflected it because
Oh,
because it was more like, for a lack of a better way to put it, it was more like mafia. They
okay.
you don't talk to Dick, and you got to talk to Virgil first. But before you talk to Virgil, you got to talk to Big West, and then before you talk to Big West, you got to talk to Suge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to get the Dick, you had to pull some strings and know some people. Who knows you, pal? You know? Yeah,
So
yeah,
Dick
yeah.
Griffey was the boss, and Virgil Roberts was the underboss.
Virgil Roberts was business affairs. He was the attorney.
Right?
Virgil was a fucking beast. But
Really?
then Hank Caldwell, they worked together a little bit, I believe.
Yeah.
Uh, all them sharp, hollering brother businessmen, they were like that.
Mm.
They were sharp brothers. They were hard brothers. They was the closest thing I've seen to organized. I won't say crime, but I'll
Sure,
say
sure.
organized dark side. I'll hang your ass off the balcony shit. They did that shit right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I saw in the
everybody look at Suge like, yo, Suge is the big bad bear, the big bad wolf. Well, you don't know. Dick Griffey will beat the shit out of
that man.
you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's 2, 3, 4 echelons up.
Hey, I saw that in the Welcome to Death Row DVD with Dick Griffey was like, Suge is he's smart,
Godfather.
he this. It
Yeah,
reminds me of a young Dick Griffey. I'm like, uh-oh.
he's the Godfather, man. Come on. And Suge was sunny. Suge was sunny.
Wow. Wow.
And Uncle Robert was Michael, and I don't know who was Fredo. I don't know who Fredo was. As a matter of fact, they didn't have no Fredos. Yeah, Solar was solid. They had a solid roster too. Remember, they had the Whispers. They had Babyface and them niggas first.
Solomar.
They had Shalimar, Midnight Star.
Midnight, right? Yep, Midnight Star.
Yeah, they had didn't they? Yeah, they had a roster, man. Some
Yeah,
solid
that's what
for
I'm
that era. You know.
right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, damn, man. I like I said, man, me being a young buck, I'm an 80s baby, but I come from a large family. I got my parents, they was throwing the house parties. I got the older
Mhm.
cousins. So I'm looking at the vinyls. This is all I did when I was a young buck. I would always look at the credits. And so I knew logos, like all the record labels logos. It's amazing. I can look at them now. And I'm like, man, I remember looking at, the CBS logo as a child. Stax, he had the snapping finger logo.
Tamla,
Tamala, Gordy,
Tamla,
Motown.
yeah,
Yeah,
Polygram, and
Polygram, yeah. Philly International. I'm like, man, I
Million,
remember
yeah,
looking at all, you know, and
ABC Records,
I'm sorry, who?
ABC Records,
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. ABC Records.
ABC,
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
yeah,
So yeah, man. And just like with Solar song, okay, I'm familiar with the music, but then I started going down and looking at the roster, man. It was a couple years ago, and I'm like, damn,
solid,
man.
solid.
Right? They had a like you said, they had a solid roster, man.
Putting out hits. I mean, putting out hits. No parking on the dance floor, and
Right.
come on,
Right. Yeah.
come on, that was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
That was,
who else? You had the
the
Whispers,
Whispers
right?
always crazy.
When the Whispers signed to Solar.
Yeah, the Whispers and like you say, Shalimar, man, come on,
Yeah,
man. They had hits. They had
man.
hits.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, I think I said, damn, you from LA. I said, man, I definitely had to ask you that, man. Cause I feel like Solar, I feel like they should be mentioned. I mean, of course, Motown. I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
nobody's topping them, but I think after that, Solar, you got to put them in the conversation after
yeah,
Motown. I'm not, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But Dick wanted the spotlight, but he wanted it to be on his business, and
Gotcha,
not necessarily himself.
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah,
Everybody knew who was in charge. You didn't have to talk about it.
right, right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can see that. I can see he
Yeah,
carried himself like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't go
man.
talk to Vito. Talk to Vito. Vito talks to me.
Right. That part.